Welcome to the apex of sports ownership, the Apex Athletic Collective.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Instigate Success Building an ABA Franchise. I am one of your three esteemed hosts and co-owners of the Instigators and the AAC. I'm Frosty. What's up, Spacely? What's up, Jakey Muffins?
Hey.
This is officially the furthest apart we've talked in the last week from each other, because last time we talked, we were all on location at game one. How you guys doing? How was your week?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just ready to get to next Sunday, man. This Sunday, and kind of see where we're at again. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. Just excited. Yeah.
Catching back up at work for me. A little less travel this week, but I'll still be watching the game.
Yeah, man. You had a busy weekend, right? When did you finally get home?
I got home. Well, I got in Florida, like in Orlando, around 4:00 on Monday. So it's still about another hour and a half drive back to Daytona because of traffic. But yeah. So
Man.
the whole weekend, I was all over.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, it was great to see you in person. It was great to see Jay in person. We got some folks joining us tonight. I'm really excited. This is a star-studded podcast. We got folks coming in from all over. That's the fun thing about like now that we're in the season, now that we have a roster, we have guys to like come on and introduce to the fans and have them talk about basketball. Have Spacely like desperately make pleas that he should be playing on the team when we all know that's not true. So, that's really dope. So, but now we can talk to some folks. And so I want to actually bring on our first guest, one of our awesome guards, fan favorite. I think a lot of folks bring him up when they see him, especially, Waleb, who came to our practice. But we got our boy, Jesse with us. Before I bring him on, I just want to show this dope hot off the press action shot of this guy just taking the guard to the Rebels, to the office and showing him what's up. I'm excited to have him on. Let's bring him on. Jesse, how you doing, man? You're muted, my friend. Now you're double muted. Can you hear us? Oh, why can't we hear you?
It's just working.
It was just working. Try logging out, come back in. We'll bring you in.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, so that's what Jesse looks like. For those of you that were wondering. While we're waiting on him, let's actually bring up the other news of the week, and we'll bring on another guest who's going to chop it up with Jesse as well. But let's talk about our first fan vote in a while. Right? Yeah. We had our first fan vote. Jake, talk about it. what did we vote on this week on the Patreon? Do you remember?
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. We finally got another vote out. It was after our first game. We wanted to see who the fans thought was player of the game. So we had quite a few options to choose from. A lot of guys with some crazy stats. Being there in person, I didn't keep track of the stats, but once I saw them, kind of shocked me. I didn't realize we had those numbers. They were kind of crazy.
Yeah. And so it's basically, you got to give us a drum roll. Let's unveil our first player of the week. Yeah, it's not working that well. Yeah, here it is. Alex Brown, player of the week, week 1, for the Hoosier State Instigators. Let's bring out AB on.
Yo.
What's up, AB?
Yo.
Dude, how you doing this week? Those numbers are nuts.
Yeah, that's just the beginning.
Insane. Oh yeah. Hype me up, baby. Let's go.
You know, one of the questions I want to watch, and one of the things that popped out to me was the blocks. Did you realize you had that many? That's my question.
Honestly, during the game, I did not realize I had that many blocks.
Yeah. What's up, Jesse? Let's try it again. No, bro, it doesn't work.
I can hear you.
Oh, there you were. Yeah, we got you now.
What's up, man?
All right. He must got prepaid Wi-Fi.
What's up? No, working, bro.
It's got that Mick Wi-Fi going on over there.
I don't think I was trying. It's because I was trying to use my.
Oh yeah.
Not to say
So let's get back to the player of the week in a minute. But Jesse, we got you on here. It's your first time on. Yeah, give us a little introduction to yourself. What's your basketball experience? How'd you get into the ABA? You know, what brought you to the Instigators? We'll just give you a minute here. Tell the fans about yourself.
Well, my name is Jesse Sawyer. I played at Anderson High School. I actually just started playing like my sophomore year. I'm like a late bloomer. But played at Anderson High School. Ended up going to college, Oaks Community College, for 2 years. Played in high school for 2 years. And then I ended up not going back to college because of the COVID and all that. So but I kept like working out. I stayed in the gym because basketball is just like something I genuinely love.
Yeah.
And I ended up back into it. This last year, I was trying out for African League overseas, but I couldn't get into it. So I've been working out with. I can hear myself.
Yeah, I think we're getting an echo from AB there, but we got it taken care of. Go ahead.
That's that prepaid Wi-Fi AB crib. But I was working out with Lebanon, and I met B and all of them. And
yeah.
It was hooping. And then I seen they played for Hoosier State, the Instigators, and I'm like, oh, okay. It's only 3 players. I can probably play with them. You feel me? Get a chance to get my game back before I try to get into the TBL. And
yeah, dude.
That's how I ended up here.
Yeah, that's dope. We're happy to have you, man. I gotta tell you, you came into the game off the bench last week, and came in and lit a fire, man. Came in fired up, ready to go. That was dope to see.
I was a little too pumped out there.
That's all right though. You know what I mean? He came in, scored. I think he scored 2 quick buckets. And just going at him, made him call a timeout. I thought it was dope. You know, folks like to see the emotion on the court, so it's dope. So we're talking a little bit about the last game. I just kind of want to hear from both of you guys, your take on the first game of the season, what you thought went really well, what you thought, you know, this is the thing I'm working on this week to get better. I'll open it up to both of you.
Hey, B, if you want to take the stand, you can.
Oh, my mic was muted, but I'm back. The thing I thought we did really good was actually come together as a team this week. We were down, I think, at one point 25,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 20, 25, somewhere around there. And within like 3 minutes, we brought it back to 1. So that right there shows a lot of camaraderie because
Mm-hmm.
we had to pull together to get there. Unfortunately, we didn't come up with the win, but in all, it was a great game. I feel like we learned a lot from each other. So now it's just from here on out, we can't do nothing but win and get better. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like we grew over this and this past game, this past week. We really grew a lot as a team, and we like I think I forgot who said it. I think Jay. It was like we practice only the same amount of time that the Chicago Rebels practice in a week all together.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we barely even got to practice. We
Mm-hmm.
ain't that chemistry that we getting on the court and trying to build that chemistry and build plays and work
Mm-hmm.
stuff as we go out there. When they got set defenses, set offenses that they throwing at us, that when you just out there hooping, it's kind of hard to go against
Mm-hmm.
that. We held
Yeah.
it, be said, and we're gonna get better from that. We're gonna keep growing. It's just that simple. We're gonna be
Yeah.
in chip talks if we keep doing that, showing heart.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hey,
I gotta be honest. When I was watching the game on the sideline, um, and we dropped down. I think we're down 24 with 10 minutes to go in the game, and I was like, honestly, I was like, oh man, here we go again. You know what I mean? Like we fought them close in the first half, and here we go again. And you all just lit it, hit a level that I haven't seen, in the short time we've been a team together. And then got me to the point, and I think all the fans, we heard them in the gym, everyone thought holy cow, we got a chance to win this game when it was 110, 111 or whatever it was. Right. And so, yeah, it didn't come out our way, but yeah, you guys are spot on. Showed a ton of growth as a team. Showed, we scored 45 points, I think, in that fourth quarter. Showed what we can do when we're gelling. So to me, that was huge. So sorry, Spacely, go ahead.
no, kind of just what you said too, and echoing off of both of them, Jesse and AB, man. It's just the damn beginning. Excuse my French, but it's just the beginning, boys. And once we get this, once we get just a little bit of time more to mesh with each other, whether it's on court, whether it's practice, outside of practice, just all together, everybody eating together. That's the message I've been sending all week. It's just we here together. We're a team. You know what I'm saying? So if we really just show our opponents what we did in that first, second, and fourth, I don't see anybody beating us. If we play how we play and do it 110% of that time, it's going to be blowouts. We're built to dominate. Like the offense is there, point blank. Got the offense. It's just if we can lock these things down and not let them beat us, it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's an outside perspective. Obviously, I can't do nothing on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? But looking at it from an owner and fan perspective, every single one of you guys could go double digits, even if you only got a minute on the court. You know what I'm saying? It's just that gel. Once we mesh, it's a wrap.
So how do you guys, I'm curious, or maybe the fans are, I think, some of us know a little more than others just because we interact with you guys on the daily, but talk to the fans a little bit about how you overcome some of that, right? Our team spread out across central Indiana. You all, really only get a chance to practice once a week, and that's not, not everyone can make that all the time. So what types of things can you do and focus on to kind of close that gap between some of those teams? There are a lot of teams in our boat, right, that are practicing once a week, but some of those top tier teams, like you talked about, the Rebels practice almost daily every week. What are some of the things the team can do to overcome kind of that gap?
You really just got to lock in on the fundamentals, the simple things, playing basketball, you play. That's the best way to do it, especially if y'all ain't never played together. Keep it simple. Go out there and make the right plays. Don't be selfish. Do what you got to do to win.
Yeah.
That's how I would do it if I was just when I go to open gyms, I ain't never hooped with guys. You gotta figure stuff out on the fly. You ain't got no plays together. You ain't got no way to really play the right way. Like no coach telling y'all what to do. So you gotta figure it out together. So that's what we really. I feel like that's what, and we got the talent, like Jay said. So that's another advantage we got is, hey, we just throw our talent and a little bit of simple basketball together, and we can make some things shape. You know, just build some more behind that, and to be scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AB, what are some points of emphasis this week? Some things that you all saw in the last game. I know you all have had time to watch the footage now. What do you see as some things we can work on?
What do you see as some things we can work on?
It's a lot, but it's not really a lot. Getting back on defense is one of the main things. As a collective, we all got to get back on defense. I think we did a pretty decent job at rebounding last game as a collective as well. But I think our main focus from here on out should be defense because everybody on the team can score with the best of them in the ABA. It's just we got to get down, buckle down, and play a little bit defense.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Or just play good enough that you could just sit them down there to me and I'll block it. So
hey, we got Aubrey. We got Aubrey out there in the chat.
We got Aubrey out there in the chat.
And I think he had it dead on. Defensive intensity from the start. So yeah, I think that's absolutely right. Aubrey, one of our guards / forwards for fans that are tuning in. One of the cool things, I just want to talk about one other thing and let you guys go so you're not here all night. But one of the cool things that I saw, and I know it's kind of hard even, especially after a loss, but being in the Clinton CRC for the first time in our home gym with fans there, and then getting time to spend time with them after the game for a few minutes. I think that I saw several fans going up to y'all, taking pictures, saying hi, talking about the game. What was that experience like for you all?
First of all, I want to say that fourth quarter, them fans showed up, but that run wouldn't happen without them screaming and cheering us on like that. I was even surprised. I'm like, because it's right behind me. I'm on the bench. I'm like, bro, do y'all hear how loud these fans? Like, I'll be out there going for 52. We'd be scoring crazy points right now. Like, just like we was doing, 45 points in one quarter. It happened because I'm fans. And I felt it. I felt it in my heart. Like, oh, shoot, this is real. Like, if we can keep doing that every week, we definitely going to have some blowouts in the CRC for sure.
Yeah.
After the game, I really appreciate it. I didn't know how much family there that I was like, woo. But I had other fans coming up to me showing love, and it was you felt the love there for sure, and I was very appreciative of that, like, because I didn't expect it, honestly. I didn't expect all that, so I was like, I was happy. Especially the fans cheering us on. That made me more proud than anything. It brought back like high school vibes. Like when I was in high school, they got the whole school there turning us up for like a rivalry game or something like that. But it was cool. It was real cool. I liked it.
I definitely enjoyed myself with the fans. I took a lot of pictures. I think I actually took one, Corey, with your niece, maybe?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. So I had a lot of people come up to me. It's like, oh, of course, being 7 foot, they look up at me like, oh my God, I didn't know you're this tall until you get close. And I'm like, yeah. And it's like, do you mind if we take a picture? I'm like, no problem. We can take all the pictures you guys want. So that was, to me, that was the best part. Of course, the game, but like interacting with the fans, that was pretty cool. And the gym, I actually love the feel of the gym. It's like an old school vibe, but it gets so loud in there. It's like, it's crazy. So I appreciate the fans for, showing out for us. And we'll see you guys Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right on. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I know I've had you on here 20-ish minutes or so. Although you're welcome to hang out around if you want.
Although you're welcome to hang out around if you want.
Oh yeah, I don't. You know me. I don't mind hanging around. You know me.
I do. That's true. Well, while I got y'all on here, actually, we got a whole team coming up.
We got a whole team.
I actually want to introduce one other player on our team. I don't know if you guys recognize this guy, Chuck Bloom. Really like showed out. Interesting fact about Chuck before we bring him on. That I don't even know if Chuck knows this. But Chuck is actually the unofficial and official scorer of the first points in Instigator's history. He scored the very first points in the exhibition, like 5 seconds into the game, for God's sakes. And they scored the first points of the game last week. So, dude showed out throughout the game. But that was, to me, something that was really interesting. Anyway, let's bring him on, Chuck. How you doing, man?
Yo, man, I'm good. Chilling, just chilling. Just got the kids in bed, and I'm just chilling.
Right on. This is your first time on the podcast, right?
Yeah, I am. This is the first time.
Yeah, welcome. One of the things I like to do is just give you some time to introduce yourself to the fans. Tell them a little bit about you, your basketball journey, and how you ended up with the Instigators.
Well, I was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, and then mom and dad split up, and she was originally from Vincennes, Indiana. And I moved there when I was about 15, 16. Played basketball in high school there. After high school, really, I went to college, but I didn't play basketball. But I did attend Atterbury Job Corps, and we had a basketball team there, and we went 24-0 and won nationals there. I got 3 kids. 2 of them live in Indianapolis, and then 1 live with me, and then I have 2 stepkids also too. So, family man, take care of my family and everything like that. And I love playing basketball. That's about it.
Yeah. Describe your game a little bit to the fans, because it's interesting to me to watch you play. Sometimes you play as a 2, it seems like. Sometimes you're a 3, sometimes you're a 4 and a 5. Like, talk a little bit about your approach to the game.
Man, well, one thing I feel that sets out for me is my passion for the game. I feel like I play super hard and I hate losing, so my passion for the game is my big thing. And then really, I'm an overall player. I can play every position. In high school, I was pretty much one of the big guys on our team, so I played the 5 and the 4. But, always playing ball every single day, working on my ball handles, shooting the ball. When I was at, Job Corps, I played the 2 there, and I had the green light to shoot whenever. So, I put in a lot of work, growing up and stuff. So it shows.
Yeah. I mentioned to you privately when we were messaging, but talking about kind of the second half for the team and for you in particular, that fourth quarter. What do you think was the light switch for you all that really enabled you to just come back and storm back and almost win the game the way you all did last week?
I like I said, I hate losing, and just picking up the pressure on them, man. When you put pressure on people, they kind of panic, and they was panicking. So, as long as we kept that pressure up, they couldn't do anything against us. So I feel like that's what helped us out a lot, and we can't let up when we do bring that pressure on.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Here's a question we get often from the fans. I'm going to ask you all to answer this. Give us the NBA player that you think most closely identifies with your game. What'd you say, Jess?
I said I'm watching him right now. Anthony Edwards. I feel like that could be at least like.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like Joe Johnson a little bit. Paul Pierce. Man, it's a couple other guys, but those 2 right there, I normally always say that's who my game resembles.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like Shaq in Orlando right now. Just
Yeah.
Just
the
SWAT,
truth.
man.
Just watch your
Just
Yo,
Shaq,
so
the whole Shaq in Orlando is me right now.
oh yeah,
I see that for sure. Yeah.
I see that for sure. Yeah.
Chuck, I can't believe you said Joe. Joe Johnson's one of my favorite players of all time. That dude still hooping in the big three. Dude, one of my favorite players of all time.
Yeah, he's not a very quick player,
Yeah.
but he can get things done and he can get to the basket and he can shoot outside. So I feel like I'm not that quick, but I can still get a bucket for you guys.
oh yeah. You showed that. You showed that. We know that. So how does it feel?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just about to get into that. Yeah. How's it feel, man? Rookie debut in the ABA. You come off a double. How you feeling?
Man, I feel good. It's just, my defensive game, I like to, try to get my hands on the ball at all times. I'm one that will give my body up to try to take a charge, I'm one who hustles. And I just feel like I got to prove it just because, I don't know if everybody know this, but I'm the oldest, player on the team. I'm 33 years old. So, I feel like I got to show a lot more, just because.
Well, you did that. You do that for sure. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hey, Chuck, I just want to say this. I'm right behind you.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, Jesse, how old are you again?
I'm 22. I actually turned 23 tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh shoot! Then your number's gonna match your age. Yeah, hell yeah. Veterans Day. Your birthday's on Veterans Day. That's crazy.
11/11.
Yeah, that's crazy. How much have you guys been able to kind of dig into the Southland Saints? We talked about this last week with Coach. It's hard to kind of find footage on guys all the time, but what do you guys know about them so far?
Me personally, I've played them a few times. This is a funny story. Me and Dylan was just talking about this. I think last night. So I played the Southland Saints maybe 6 or 7 times. They're not a very big team. They're kind of like the Rebels. They hustle. They do hustle a lot. Not very big. Can fairly shoot the ball. But if you apply pressure to them, they're going to go downhill. So as long as we can apply the pressure as we did in the fourth quarter, the whole game, we should not have a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was watching the film for the first couple games and the one they just had recently, I feel like if we're gonna out hustle them, and if we pressure them, I feel like they're gonna fold. They only have one ball handler, which was number 5, I believe. That's the only person that was bringing up the ball and stuff, and he had a couple turnovers because that's when the other team was pressuring him a lot. And then I know they have maybe their power forward that I was looking at. All he wants to do is shoot threes outside. That's it. And he's probably the biggest guy on their team. So if we can pressure those two and out hustle them and pressure the ball as they're bringing it up the court, I feel like they stand no chance.
Yeah. Same with what Chuck just said. I watched a lot. They don't have like a lot of ball handlers that can take pressure. That's what I noticed the most. Like we really pressure them, we're gonna be able to get, because they're really out of control too. That's how at least I feel like they get to throwing the ball and doing whatever they want once you actually get that on them and putting that pressure down. So and how we supposed to play, how we know we're supposed to play, we're gonna do our job for sure. I'm really I don't really
go ahead.
That's going scary.
Oh yeah. I think, like I said earlier, I think that's our MO, man. Like if we come out here and we don't beat ourselves, right? That's it. other than that, we got the talent on defense. We got the talent on offense. We got the coaching staff that's going to align everything together. It's just, I say it time and time again, plan the work the plan. You know what I mean? I think we got the team. We got every single one of you guys have that mindset to get to the championship. And once we get that together and 100% of the time do that, you know what I'm saying? Don't give them an easy bucket. Pressure them. And if you got to, I mean, body them. I tell you guys all the time, body them. Because it ain't too many teams out there that's going to be able to go one-on-one with us, point blank. You know, so if we just, like you guys said, man, we keep pressure on them and we do what we got to do to get that ball in the bucket on our end, we're going to come out victorious all day. It ain't too many things that can stop us outside of us. You know what I mean? For real. It ain't. We got the squad.
That's 100% facts. Nobody really match up with us talent wise. It's just about who gonna come with the toughest mental. That's who gonna win. Best game plan.
Yep. Man, I'm hyped. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait till Sunday either.
Oh man. Get this first little dub, man. I believe we head into the Lions right after, right?
Yes.
No,
November 19th.
Yeah. Mark the date. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
It's been marked. It's been marked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I already know. So looking at them standings right now, if you're a fan on the outside looking in, don't let that dissuade you. We're here. And we'll take week 1 on our chin, but it is what it is. We're on to bigger, better things.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Come back.
Man, I'm hyped. I might this my part of the show. I might have to come in. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Hey, bro, I put up like a good 6-7 points. I put up like a good 6-7 points in warm up. I missed probably a good 20-30. Yeah. I missed probably 20-30 points, but I put up a good 6-7. Hey.
For sure.
Hey, Corey, I think you're muted, bro. Or the mic,
Look,
yeah.
I was talking the maddest shit over here, and you missed it.
I was talking the maddest shit over here, and you missed it.
Oh, what? No, but what I was saying is, the first thing you do when you get there, I want everyone to know this: you step on the court, and Ethan just blows right by you. Like you set up a defense, and Ethan's just like,
bro,
forget this guy.
3-hour road trip. I ain't even tie my shoe, bro. Come on, stop it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Bro,
I mean,
I'm sending it to third row. I'm sending it to third row next time. Just
yeah. It didn't look like you were very close, to be honest with you. Anyway,
I wasn't there mentally. It is what it is.
All right. Well, we're gonna let the guys get off for the night. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thanks for coming on. Remember, folks, I'm gonna have the guys shout out their socials before they leave, but social media, not their social security number, just so you guys know. Don't do the wrong thing. But any businesses that are watching, remember we got the sponsor a player package. Sponsor each of these guys. They're amazing. All the guys on the team are amazing. Chuck, Jesse, AB, thank you for coming on. Tell everyone where they can see you on the social medias.
You can find me, Jesse Sawyer 11. You can find me, Jesse Sawyer on Facebook. I ain't like really a social guy, but hey, I'm there. Follow me.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all can hit my DMs too. I'm willing to talk to the fans. Chat it up with y'all.
Oh yeah.
Y'all can hit me up. I ain't mad about that either.
Y'all
can hit me up. I ain't mad about that either.
Yeah, y'all can get at me at just Charles
my
Bloom
social
32
media on
Instagram.
It's
Charles Bloom 32 Instagram.
You're good.
All right,
Go
AB.
ahead, Chuck. Keep going. My bad.
Oh no, that's really the only one I got. And Facebook just Charles Bloom. That's really the only one I got. And Facebook just Charles Bloom.
My Facebook is of course Alex Brown. I believe that's my Instagram too, right? Yeah, my Instagram is also Alex Brown, and I also have TikTok. If you want a couple laughs, definitely come follow my TikTok. It's G _league slim. So that's G _ LEAGUESLIM. G League Slim. Follow me on TikTok. You will definitely enjoy it.
I'm gonna check you out, man. I'm gonna check it out.
I know, right?
I'm gonna check you out, man. I'm gonna check it out.
I know, right?
All right.
Hey,
All right, guys. Well, thanks so.
I'm not responsible for any spilled drinks.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so.
Awesome. Well, thanks guys so much for being on. Good luck this Sunday. We'll see you all there. I know the fans will be watching live on Patreon or be in the arena.
We'll see you all there. I know the fans will be watching live on Patreon or be in the arena.
Are they talking in the group me? They hate.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate y'all for having us.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. See ya.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. See ya. Hold on. So let's get into group me real quick. Why you hating on me, Corey?
Hold up. What happens in group me stays in group me.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dude, I'm just saying. So let's sorry, that cracked me up. All right, let's talk a little bit about shifting gears. First of all, those guys are awesome. Like the whole team, like one of the things that I love about being an owner of this team are the guys. Like the whole roster, up and down, awesome dudes, great at basketball, funny as hell, like just fun to be around. And I think the fans picked up on that on Sunday as well. So yeah, lots of fun. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about some community stuff. So first on man, I got all these awesome graphics that I made. We got to show them. On Wednesday, I appeared on A Vermilion Reasons in Indiana. And so I want to talk about the name of the podcast first and foremost, because it's an inside joke if you live in the Clinton area. So like all y'all on here, you got to be Clintonites now, right? Like, so you got to get the inside joke. So we're going to talk about it. So Vermilion is the name of the county that Clinton resides in, right? So A Vermilion Reasons, like a million reasons. But anyway, so that's the name of the podcast.
It's also the amount of buckets I put up in the season. But anyway.
I saw Ethan just blow by you, dude. It wasn't even close. It looked like
you were
close. Only on one leg.
It
looked like you only had one leg.
Got done driving. I'll swat him next time. I feel bad for the guy next time. Anyway, keep going. Keep going.
So it was great to be on there with them. It actually was recorded before the first game, but aired after the first game, before the second game. Just another way for us to get the name out for the Hoosier State Instigators. We, like we've talked about before on the podcast, right? Like there's a lot of guys or people in Clinton, when we talk to them, they're like, is this real? Or when they talk to other people, they're like, is this real? And people are like, yeah, it's real. And then we played. And so now like folks know, yeah, it's real. This is the name of your podcast right here. Yeah. Man, that's so awesome. Jason, we love you, man. You're awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a great time. You talked about 20 minutes about the team and the community and things like that, and the CRC. But anyway, great time. And then this Tuesday, I'm actually going to be speaking at the Chamber of Commerce with everybody in Vermilion County, all the business leaders and all that good stuff about the team. Really excited about it. Being an expansion team, we all know it was really hard for us to break into the market. It feels like we finally are now. I think that we were a little surprised, at least I was. I don't know about you all, about the attendance. I thought it was better than we thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah.
But we also know
Yeah.
there's 1,800 seats in there, and I want to fill the dang thing, but consistently, and I think we can. That community loves basketball, and we heard it. Shoot, it was so loud in there.
Yeah. That's what I kept telling people. Everybody watching this podcast right now, basically. I was like, man, I mean, you guys got the live broadcast, but that venue atmosphere was just insane, dude. Like, I came out of there. I'm surprised I woke up. I still had my voice the next day,
Yeah.
and just like, man, the crowd was crazy. And like those guys said earlier, dude, I personally, that's kind of what I thought as well, outside of just the guys being who they are. But that crowd got behind the team, and it really took us to a different gear,
Yeah.
mentally, I believe. So yeah, Hoosier State Instigators, it's real.
It's real. Sometimes
It's
that's what I
real.
gotta tell myself. You know what I mean? Like, there are times I'm like, wait, this is real. But you were our PA announcer, fill-in PA announcer. Our normal PA announcer couldn't be there. What was that experience like for you?
I got the best seats in the house, first
For
and
real.
foremost. It was sweet. And just just a dope experience just to be able to be there in person for the first time, and
Yeah.
get to see some of these guys, live and in person over compared to a phone call or a group chat or something.
Yeah.
Just another one of those surreal moments again. With the Apex Athletic Collective and the Hoosier State Instigators. But it was pretty sweet. I think overall it's it's definitely going to be needed in the long run. We're going to have some PA announcers that are there to help build that atmosphere throughout the year, because I think if we continue that, we make that home venue raucous like crazy.
Yeah.
Those away teams aren't going to know what hit them off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
don't let them
And
get comfortable. If you
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Jake, I was just gonna say, Jake went from being on a broadcast the day before for the NASCAR race to being behind the scenes producing the show, the live stream last week. Was that your first time in Indiana? I guess that's my question.
Yeah, that was my first time in Indiana. Honestly, I really haven't traveled a ton. I'm from Pennsylvania. I went to school in New York, so I've been back and forth from Pennsylvania, New York. I mean, like I've taken vacations around there, like Maryland, Delaware. Then I moved
Yeah.
to Florida. But yeah, that was my first time in Indiana. But it was kind of like a little surreal when I pulled up to the venue. I know I seen Space Lee was running outside. He was there to greet me, help me find a parking spot, and I was shocked. Like I pulled up maybe 10 minutes before the game, and there was literally like almost nowhere to park. Like you guys really had a bunch of people show up to that game, and then once I stepped in, like just like you've been saying, it's real. Like it hit me like this is really like happening. We had a team on the court. Just getting everything like to see it in person is kind of crazy. Everything fell in place like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. All the stuff, Rob couldn't be on tonight, but we talk about like running concessions and like, some of our, not everything went well, right? Like we had some things that needed some work that'll just improve. We had sound system issues. We had big screen issues. We had
The
issues on the
clock.
live stream, the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like some of that's going to get ironed out, but just like for me, it was just a huge success that we did it, right? Like I think that I told that basically about 5 times, like we did it in like 10 months. You know what I mean? From like dream to court. So
Yeah, I remember like the very first group of people started to pile in, and we still had that thought. We mentioned it on the podcast the week before, is like how many people are gonna be there. We don't know. We got a estimate in our head of what we've given out in tickets, what we've sold in tickets, and that's about it. But even at the end of the day, you could sell 1 billion tickets and 100 people could show up. So once that first group of people came in, we looked at each other and we're just like, whoa, okay, hey, hey, we got somebody here, and then nonstop from that point on, it's just like piling in. People just kept coming in groups, and we're just like, whoa, dude, this is happening. Like
Yeah.
it's obviously something, we've been working hard for
Yeah.
almost a year now. And kept everybody in the loop with shows like this throughout the time and everything like that. But it's still one of those things that every single game just feels like a dream come true. It's something that, all this work is paying off and manifesting itself in like a real version of
Yeah.
the Instigators compared to just all the back end work that we do, so it's just like, wow. Still got to get our first win, but we got our first loss, and that's something. I don't care. I'm proud about that just as much as anything, just the fact that
Yeah.
we did it.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously that's the next order of business. Is we got to win a game, right? And I hope it comes against Southland Saints this week. You never know when you step on the court. Les Rogers, the owner of that team, is also the region director for us here, or the division director here in the whatever division we're in. Red, is that right? Red, I think. I don't know. They changed colors, but anyway, really great guy. A super great resource for us as an ownership group as we're putting the team together. So obviously, mad respect for him off the court. And we're gonna do what we can do on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all there is to it. Sorry about your luck. But man, like I said, we'll continue to get better. We'll continue to reach out to the community. I felt an uptick in like community engagement in our social media posts, particularly. I actually had people like from Clinton texting me, asking me what was going on in the game because they had to work and couldn't see it. So like, it's getting there, right? That's all we can say is it's getting there, and it's going to continue to grow. Yeah, Jason mentioned he finally got his basketball. We're a small. I got to say this. I got to apologize to Jason, because we're a real small operation. It took me about 2 months longer than it should have to ship his basketball out, but he finally got it. It's signed by Dylan AB and Joe Bird, and obviously Joe Newman. Plus, it came with Hoosier Air, which is rarefied air. So enjoy that. Take some hits of it if you can. But yeah, like we don't do that. Yeah, it's just gonna get you coal. A lot of coal. But we wanted to do something special because we knew that I was behind on that. So thank you to Dylan, AB, and Joe for signing that for Jason and getting him that basketball. Jason's been awesome for us, and glad he finally got it. Sorry it took so long. It is actually my fault and only my fault. So I'm glad you finally got it. What other big news do we have for the week, Spacely? Jake, any final thoughts on your trip for the weekend? I actually want to hear more about that. Did it go? Was it everything you'd hoped it would be?
Yeah, so I mean, I'll mention the fan controlled side as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I flew out Friday night, which is why I wasn't able to make the stream last week. It was my first time flying, so it went pretty well actually. I flew out from Orlando. I landed in Phoenix at like a little after midnight, like 12:30, something like that.
Wow.
So then I just went to the hotel, got like Uber Eats, because I figured I'd just catch a ride everywhere. I went to that race, and for those of you who have been on the fan controlled side, they put my face on the fan controlled racing NASCAR, which was actually piloted by JJ Yeley, who's my favorite NASCAR driver and like athlete. And I literally just had like regular tickets, and I got to the infield, and I wound up running into Lay, one of the guys that does the shows. Started talking with him. He filmed me. I dropped like some promotions. I was like, hey, like I'm here, but tomorrow I'm gonna be at the Instigators home game. Surprisingly, they let that slide, and they still had that in the broadcast. I thought they might edit it out, but they still played that, which was cool.
Yeah.
And then he was like, let me see if anybody else is here, and he found D's, and D's literally just like shielded me. He's like, dude, you came all the way out here. We're gonna sneak you into the place like you're not supposed to be at. Like this is only where we're allowed. But he's like, just we'll form a circle around you, and they did. And they all had badges. I didn't have anything. And they took me back, and they like snuck me in the garage. An official like freaked out because we were touching the car, and I guess they were impounded at that time.
Oh no.
Yeah, Deez was like, but it's his face. Like, it's his face. And, so they like made a little video about it. But yeah, like I guess you're really not allowed to touch the car. Like when it's impounded, I guess like they can disqualify you and stuff. So they didn't think it was funny, but we thought it was funny. And then he took me to the pits and stuff, and I got to hang out with the team. Unfortunately, the car wrecked. But the cool thing was it got on TV. And you got to see my face on TV. When the car crashed, one of the things popped up and my face was on there. And also, if you saw like when they panned over to the pit box, I was actually like on top of the pit box. So that was pretty cool. And then we ripped the hood off of the car afterwards, and I got some pictures with JJ Yilly and I think Grant, one of the founders of the fan controlled side. So I got pictures with that, which was cool. Then when that ended, I got a ride back to the hotel, and then I flew at 6 a.m. From Arizona to Chicago, and I picked up a rental car in Chicago. And I didn't realize like it was the weekend of daylight savings time, so like that also threw my whole time off a little bit. And I guess Arizona, or where I was in Arizona, didn't have daylight savings time, so that also like I thought I got an extra hour, but I didn't. Then I flew to Chicago and got a rental car.
Arizona's the only state, right, that doesn't do daylight savings now.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Fun fact.
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Fun fact. The last state to drop it, besides Arizona, like to finally take it on, was Indiana. We used to not have daylight savings time in Indiana either. Just recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I flew out to Chicago, started driving out there, and then I think I messaged you guys, and I was like, I'm getting close, but I didn't realize there was also a time zone difference from Chicago to Clinton. So my GPS is saying it's like 2:05. I'm like, oh sweet, I've got a whole hour. Like I'll be there early. And then I hit the time zone difference, and I was like, oh no, that says 3:05 now. So I went a little bit faster. And like I said, I got there about 5 minutes before it started, so I made it in time. But that was a crazy weekend, but it was amazing. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm a huge NASCAR fan, like motorsports, growing up, but to see like an actual basketball team that I can say like I'm a part of, that was amazing. And the crowd that showed out was crazy. Like for our first game, not having anything before at that arena, it was crazy. It was packed. For a first game, and it's super loud, especially in the fourth quarter. And Spacely had some great chants that really got the crowd into it.
Yeah.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
The only regret I have of the weekend is that we did not get an owner's picture together. Like we were all in the same spot. We'll have to do it again sometime, but that was our chance.
Yeah.
And we blew it.
We'll Photoshop it.
Oh, here's an interesting question. Jason says you're in Eastern Standard Time in Indiana. That answer is complicated. I'm gonna for all you for all you time zone nerds. All right, let me take you through a brief history of Indiana time zones. So, Indiana used to be on Indiana time, right? Because we didn't have time zone, or we didn't have daylight savings, like we were just talking about. So half the year we were on Central Time, and half the year we were on Eastern Time. And so the governor in around 2006, 2007 decided that is stupid and confusing and like messes with our markets, right? Like, are we trying to like negotiate with New York? Are we trying to do business with Chicago? So they're like, we're going to do daylight savings time. And everyone's like, yeah, that's a great idea. And so then the west side of the state started to bicker with the east side of the state. Should we be on Chicago time or New York time? Are we Eastern? Are we Central? And so they bicker and they finally come to a compromise. And the compromise is that a couple of counties in the southwest of Indiana and a couple of counties in the northwest of Indiana would remain in Central Time. The rest of the state is on Eastern time. So the short answer is it depends. So Clinton and Terre Haute are on Eastern time. I'm on Eastern time. But like Hammond and Gary and all those areas up near Chicago are not. And then like the Evansville area is also not. So when I was in college, I was on Central time. My parents were on Eastern time. We were in the same state. So the answer may surprise you.
So you can technically time travel in Indiana and get away with it.
It's real easy to go back in time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just drive 3 hours one direction.
That's wild.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I guess just get back to business.
Yeah.
Big news we've got. It just slipped my mind. Big news we've got is well, AB, we had our very first fan vote. We went over this earlier, but we'll close off with it as well. AB won our very first Player of the Game award, voted on by the fans, of course. And I mean, he took off with that race. I figured it'd be a little bit closer just based on the numbers. And I think he had over half of the votes by the end of closing. So shout out to AB again. Hope to see you double up on those numbers and just go even harder in game 2.
Yeah.
We have an update to the website for those who haven't been able to notice it just yet. So if you go over to www.apexofsports.com/Hoosier State Instigators, you will now be able to go and click on each of our players' photos, and that will take you directly to their player profile. That will be updated game to game with their official regular season stats, along with playoff stats when that comes around. And the goal is to be able to, if we have any returning players for next season, to be able to kind of go year for year. There's still a lot of things being done with that part of the site. So look forward to more updates throughout the week, throughout the year, as we plan to be able to provide you guys with player highlights, individual highlights, and game highlights all together on those players' profile, and just a lot of different, cool new updates with it as well. That's probably the big news of the day. And we didn't get a chance to do it last week just because there was a lot of hands on deck that needed to be more priority focused at that moment. But Hoosier State Instigators fantasy system is coming up shortly, so we will have that as well for all of the fans that want to take part in that, pick their very first player. If you picked AB or Dylan as your number one, you probably come out as number one. I'm just saying. I don't even know who the heck wins that. Most likely AB, right? For this week.
I think that's an interesting thing. I actually there are a couple players I would put right up there in the running with them. I think Chuck has a really good shot. I think Aubrey, who just played some limited minutes last week in his first game, may get, I don't know actually because I haven't talked to Coach about it, but I could see him going off. He had 8 rebounds in the limited amount of time he played. So like, the dude played well. I think 6 points, 8 rebounds. I can't remember off the top of my head. I should have the website pulled up.
Joe had a great game.
Joe's 17 and 7.
Well.
So yeah, I think like you can go with the safe pick. But I think there's some guys that are going to show out.
Yeah. Then we got Lawan. He'll be coming into the season this week as well, right?
That's right. We haven't even talked about that. Lawan debuts this week. Lawan, as you may have seen him recently from putting up 10 3-pointers on us and scoring a boatload of points as a member of the Indiana Shuckers, will be making his debut as an instigator this Sunday. I'm excited. Lawan's, I haven't got to know him. I've gotten to know him a little bit over the last couple weeks. Really cool dude. Really excited to have him.
Yeah. I got the chance to go up to him during the warm up, and I was like, so I walked up to him. First thing I said, I was like, 38 points, and he says, 41, but who was counting? I told him, I was like, yeah, we stopped counting after a while too.
That's so
41,
funny.
but who's counting?
Yeah, that dude's awesome.
Yeah,
And
for
other
sure.
news on the flip side of that, I just want to mention to folks on here, but also, just say publicly that Kiev Whedon has left the team. Unfortunately, was released this week. It's just the cost of doing business in the basketball team. We only got so many spots. Kiev has a ton of potential. Is going to be a really great basketball player. Is a really great basketball player, I think. We'll find a team to play on and play really well. We wish him the best, but won't be playing for the Instigators for this season. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. So lots to look forward to this Sunday. We got a new camera that we're debuting that hopefully is better. So if it is, that's why. And if it's not, we're trying. We'll figure it out. But, part of it is bandwidth. You know what I mean? Like the bandwidth, we don't have great internet there, right? And so like I can tell because like the logos are kind of blurry. Like the Instigate Success logo here looks really good because we have really good internet. You don't have great internet all the time in a gym. So we'll see. But I have high hopes for it. Any final thoughts?
We'll move the venue. Yeah, final thought. We'll move the venue to your basement if we need to. I don't, let's start playing there. I don't care.
AB's gonna get like what's that disease where your spine gets bent because he's gonna have to bend over my basement the whole time. Anyway.
Backiosis.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it's called. Yeah. Any other thoughts, Jake? Final thoughts. Jake's gonna be producing the show and hosting it going forward. By the way, I'm gonna be stepping away for a while to let Spacely and Jake run it. That's a good thing about having more owners is more people get to share in all of this. And I can not have my wife mad at me every Friday night because I'm busy Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I appreciate you taking over.
Yeah, no problem. I look forward to it. It's cool being on that side. It's not something I've done in the past before, but like this weekend I helped out at the game, and it's pretty cool. I think it's definitely it's not as difficult as I thought it would be. It's kind of something I picked on pretty easily, but it's cool. You get to see all the backside of this stuff as well.
Yeah, we're all self-taught, and so that's why we do a lot of editing and post on these live podcasts.
Yeah,
to make up for our errors. So, anyway,
not to keep the streak alive.
That's right. It's not to keep the streak alive. Anyways, basically, hit us with that sweet, sweet saying to end this thing, and then we'll see everyone on Sunday for Game 2 against the Southland Saints at Hoosier State Instigator Gym.
Boom, boom, boom. Thank you guys again for tuning in. This is episode 18 of Instigate Success, building an ABA franchise. We are the Apex Athletic Collective, the Apex of Sports Ownership. And until next time, be great, Instigate.